Hi, I'm Dr. Bishop from Animal Healthcare, and I'm going to do a series of videos about basic care in the dog and basic care in the cat. With reference to the dog, we have a group of vaccines that we give to dogs, and then there's other things that we do. There's two vaccines that we consider to be core vaccines. One is rabies, which is required by law, and the only vaccine that's actually required by law. And the second one is a disease that we loosely term distemper, which consists of 4 different diseases, and I'll go into more detail on that a little bit later. And then there's the non-core vaccines, which are necessitated by lifestyle. If a dog goes to the dog park, or if a dog goes to a kennel or doggy daycare, the exposure to other diseases is a lot higher than if they're simply at home. So the first one in the lifestyle necessitates vaccines is actually a disease called Kennel Cough, also termed Bordetella. And it's a disease that's transmitted via the air. It's airborne, and it's transmitted from the coughs of other dogs. It is very, very similar to whooping cough in the human, which is a very nasty disease. There's leptospirosis, which is a disease that's transmitted primarily by urine. There are certain forms of this that actually can affect people and cause kidney failure in people as well. So if your dog has leptospirosis and the dog is urinating on the floor and you're cleaning up the urine, you are to some degree at risk. This is transmitted in the city by rats, and in the suburban communities it's transmitted by urine from squirrels and raccoons and possums and other dogs and individuals like that. Lyme disease is one of the lifestyle necessitates vaccines. Lyme disease actually has an incidence, according to our national labs, which are IDEXX and Antec, of 5 times as frequent as heartworm in the state of Illinois. So it's a big player, whether we vaccinate for it or whether we do really good flea and tick prevention, and not all flea and tick preventatives do block the transmission of Lyme disease by the tick, and we'll go into that in more detail later. Whether we just do good flea and tick prevention or whether we do the Lyme vaccine is something that I'll discuss in more detail in a future video. And the last of the lifestyle may necessitate vaccines for the dog is a disease called influenza. There's 2 forms of it. One form started about 8 or 10 years ago, roughly, and it came from a virus that was in horses, and the most recent one came out of Asia and actually shut down many, many animal hospitals. It's a highly contagious, quite fatal disease that dogs can get. So if your dog's actually going to doggy daycare and places like that, keeping them immunized is really, really important. So hopefully there's nothing in this that's not totally clear. If there is something that's unclear, feel free to give my staff a call. They're trained to discuss the vaccines and the needs and how to correctly administer them. So feel free to give us a call if we can help you in any way. We don't want to over-vaccinate. On the other hand, just like if we had a vaccine for the COVID disease at this point in time that was safe, we'd certainly want to do it because we're all potentially exposed in this situation. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call here at Animal Healthcare. Our number is 630-305-7200. Thank you very much.